How to build a RAG system end-to-end. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, and the simplest way to think about it is the model checks reliable notes before answering the question. Here's the key idea. LLMs are great at generating language, but they don't always store the exact facts you need. So, a good RAG system fetches relevant information from your knowledge base first, then uses it to create an accurate answer. Imagine you're in an exam. Before writing your response, you flip through your notes to refresh the details. That retrieval step gives you confidence and keeps you grounded in facts. And that's exactly why companies build RAG systems today. Interviewers often ask, why use RAG instead of fine-tuning? A smooth answer is, RAG keeps answers up to date without retraining, which saves time and cost. Don't worry if the workflow feels new. We'll break it down step by step. To build a strong RAG system, you only need 3 moving parts working together: a vector database, a retriever, and a generator. The vector database stores all your documents as embeddings, which are just numerical fingerprints of meaning. The retriever then finds the most relevant pieces using similarity search, like how you naturally recall memories that feel close to what you're thinking about. And finally, the generator, an LLM like GPT-4, Claude, or LGLA, uses those retrieved snippets as context to craft a grounded answer. The beauty of this setup is its flexibility. You can swap models, upgrade the database, or tune retrieval without breaking the whole system. And if an interviewer asks, what's the hardest part here? A great reply is, ensuring the retriever picks the right information, because everything downstream depends on it. Building the pipeline step by step. Let's walk through the pipeline like you're actually building it. First, you ingest your documents and break them into manageable chunks, usually a few hundred tokens each, so the model can understand them cleanly. Next, you convert each chunk into an embedding, giving it a numeric identity in vector space. Then, you store those embeddings in your vector database with useful metadata. When a user asks a question, you embed that query the same way. Retrieve the top K most similar chunks and pass both the question and the retrieved context into your model. The LLM then generates a final answer backed by the retrieved sources. This workflow mirrors how a helpful assistant researches before replying. And if someone asks, what's the most common mistake? You can confidently say it's poor chunking or missing metadata, because both affect retrieval quality. Don't worry, once you build a few pipelines, this structure becomes second nature. Common follow-up questions. You'll often get thoughtful follow-ups during interviews, so let's prepare for them naturally. When someone asks how to ensure embedding quality, a strong answer is to use domain-specific embedding models or fine-tune embeddings on your own dataset so they match your real-world vocabulary. If they ask about chunking strategies, explain that the best approach depends on the content, but a small overlap, around 10%, helps preserve context. For measuring retrieval accuracy, mention metrics like MRR or hit rate at K, which tell you whether the retriever surfaces the right documents. And here's a strong, practical insight. Retrieval relevance is the heart of answer quality. So many teams add a re-ranking step after retrieval to boost precision. Think of it as a final quality check before the answer is generated. With these points, you'll come across as someone who understands both the big picture and the day-to-day engineering trade-offs. Great job learning today. If this helped you feel clearer or more confident for your AI or ML interviews? Tap like so more learners can find you. If you want simple guidance for every interview topic, subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. You can share your questions in the comments. I read them, and they help me choose what to teach next. And if you know someone preparing for interviews, feel free to share this with them. Keep going. You're improving with every step. I'm here to help you grow.